All right, so the lessons to learn from in 2020, there is quite a number of lessons you can learn. And one of them is learning thyself. Yeah. That is the first thing you need to learn. Because at the end of the day, yeah, we were unfortunately, yeah, being shown that we live in a dictatorship if you live in anywhere to do with Western society. Yeah. Even some African and Caribbean countries are under Western society rules. Do you see what I'm saying? But they still manage their thing. Now I don't wanna get into any politics and all that stuff there. We're gonna leave that there. Now, um, and when you study self, you will learn exactly what actually works for you in terms of what you consume. Yeah, that doesn't just mean what you eat. That also means what you put inside your brain. Yeah, what you put inside your brain, because you start to even think about that stuff subconsciously. And what tends to happen is you actually attract what you think. Yeah, I know there's that book called The Secret, and they talk about thoughts become things. But listen, all that stuff ain't really a secret because you've been doing that for years. Yeah, and if you really want to stretch that back, get me, we can stretch that back to ancient Africa. Yeah, you know what? If you know about law of Tahuti or law of Thoth, then you understand what I mean. But listen, we won't get into that because then this will make this video deep and long, and get me, we ain't into that right now. We'll keep it short and simple. So, and the other lessons learned is learning to be self-sufficient. Yeah, I'm seeing this year alone, 2020, we start to see more people actually start their own businesses. Yeah, start to realize they can't just depend on one income. Yeah, some of them were like not forced, but like they feel like they had no other choice because it was either that or they get put out of their property or whatever. Do you see what I mean? Or they go another day hungry or whatever the case may be. Yeah, and some even had to find other jobs. Yeah, and I know there was that controversy with that reskill, redo this or whatever like that. That's another thing. As much as there was negative around that, because it was to do around with the arts and stuff like that, and I get that. You do need to realize one of the lessons are you need to keep on upping your skills, because the more you up your skills, the more you're able to get into opportunities and situations where you're able to make money to pay your bills and more. Yeah. One of the other lessons learned from 2020 is at the end of the day, you can't always blame a year or a date. Now, a lot of people want to blame years and dates for why XYZ never happened or why this went that way. Forget the blame game. We can understand, yeah, that if you went this route and this person, they're the gatekeeper. Let's just say they're the gatekeeper for that particular thing. Then that's different. If you can actually prove that they are the gatekeeper, then that's different. But you can still find your way. Do you see what I mean? You can still find your way. What is for you will never miss you. Like, I'm telling you this from now. What is for you will never miss you. Yeah? You'll be just on time for it. You're not late. Get me? You're not late. You're gonna be just on time. I'm telling you this from now. Right? Now, the other lessons you can learn from 2020 is understanding that you need companionship. Yeah? Yeah, you can have the solo dolo thing, but for your mental health, yeah, because as human beings, we're supposed to be around people. That's why the apps like House Party started to be popular, and then Zoom started to become more popular, and then there's another app that's becoming more popular among certain brand type of device. I won't even use that brand name because that's giving them that promotion. I don't want to give them no promotion because I know the type of money that they have, and if they want to sponsor me or sponsor the Alkebulantrust, then we can talk. Get me? Um, but other than that, like this is what I mean. It's understanding that you need companionship. It is what it is. It is what it is. But and you do need time to, and that's the other thing, one of the other lessons as well, you also need to take time to reflect, yeah? And what are you reflecting on? You're reflecting on your life. You're reflecting on, like, I do this every day, yeah, me personally, Rafael Anoche, this is what I do personally. Every single day, yeah? I reflect upon my day, like every night before I go to sleep. I reflect upon my day, and at the end of the week, I reflect upon the week, yeah? And I realize, okay, what have I done productive wise in order to get to where I want to be or achieve certain goals and all that stuff there. If I feel I haven't done enough, then the next time I have the next opportunity, then I'm gonna make sure that I go harder, smarter, all that stuff there, you feel me? So that's how it works. That's why sometimes you may see anyway, I don't even get into that, but you can see the results already, yeah? In terms of if that's what's working for me, it can work for you too. But anyway, I've made this video longer than it should be. I didn't want it to be over 5 minutes, but we're here now. There's so many lessons that you can learn, but one of the main lessons you can learn is actually understanding that we need to end neocolonialism. Yeah? Because I'm sure you saw the protests with the police brutality in America. Yeah? That's the one that set off the Black Lives Matter protests and all that stuff there that went around the world. And then you saw police brutality against black people in France as well, and then also in Nigeria as well. And you probably think, I know you probably thinking for the first time, like, wow, raw, they get police brutality in Nigeria. Like, wow, like, and then even recently there was a police brutality in Ireland, like, against black people, and it's not always like, I get people want to say you always talk about race, blah blah blah, but that's the thing. Yeah, this is the day and age that we live in. So anyway, cut a long story short, there's so many lessons to learn, but to end racism as a whole, we have to cut it out. Yeah, you see when how can I put it? You see when with an apple or I don't know, let's say any fruit, like a bowl of fruit. Yeah, let's say you got a bowl of, I don't know, clementines. Actually, I'm gonna do that because I've got clementines and I don't want to go bad in the moment because I've got quite a few. Let's say you got a bag of apples, yeah? One of them's bad. One of them's like very, very rotten. So what tends to happen is that tends to end up making the other apples rotten. One by one by one by one. Do you see what I'm saying? So, in order for us to take out, in order for us to get rid of the bad apple, the rotten apple, is we have to literally take out the whole of the bowl. Yeah, throw away the whole bowl. Yeah, which is in this case neocolonialism. Yeah, which is just another way of saying colonialism, but it's through different levels on different strands and all that stuff there. And listen, that will take care of everything else. Like, that will heal and solve so many other problems. Yeah. The other lessons forgot to mention as well is with this whole COVID and coronavirus thing is, you got to look after your health. Now, listen, obviously, I don't want to say obvious. It's not as obvious, but man's trying out here, innit? So I don't want to be preaching the thing, and I'm not doing it myself. I'm doing what I can do, and I'm promising myself that, boom, although 2021 is just another year, another date or whatever, I'm promising myself no more Morley's, get me, no more chicken and chips. Yeah, obviously Morley's is chicken and chips, but there's two different chicken and chip shops that I would go to. Do you see what I mean? And no more like savory type of things. Get me? Like, I can do it. I cut myself from eating walnut cake, so I can cut myself from eating all these stuff. Do you see what I mean? So, it's all about improving my health, yeah? Maintaining my health. It's all about improving your health and maintaining your health, yeah? Wow, I have made this video longer than it should be, so I'm going to cut this video here. So if you want to support us at the Alkebulantrust, because we're going to really help rebuild the infrastructure in the African and Caribbean diaspora, go ahead, leave that in the comment section below. In fact, not leave a comment in the section below. You can if you want to about anything you want us to talk about. But what I'm saying is, the link where it says make a donation of any amount. And yeah, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification because you never know the video you suggest might just be next.